I'll call the meeting to order. All three commissioners are present. Those of the meetings properly posted November 19th. I'll lead us in the prayer and pledge. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to get together and conduct the people's business, and in particular, this spirit of Thanksgiving. We are grateful for all that you have blessed our county with, and thankful for all the employees that make all the operations of this essential government work. And we'll hope that they have great times of celebrations with their loved ones this next week, and that we will ask everybody to be traveling safely and return back with a humble spirit as we continue to do your work. In your name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of November 13?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Is there a motion to approve the claims?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. P card is standard. P card is standard.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any change to the blanket? No changes?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opening of the bids.
Good morning. Our first bid is for P25120-03 for Burial and Cremation Program Administration. We received 2 bids. Alternatives Cremation and Funeral Service. I'm cutting the paper, sorry. And Absolute Economical Funeral Home.
Is there a motion that be tabulated and returned? All in favor say aye.
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 Our next bid is for CW25064 Online Surplus Auction Services. JJ Kane. Daco Auctioneers. Gov Deals. Purple Wave Auction. Graham Auctioneers.
Chantel, I'm not seeing this one on the agenda. Am I crazy?
Number 5, Part 2. Sorry,
I've got
CW25064.
being 25120-03. So
Burial and cremation, and then there's one right
We're
under
on
it.
5. Commissioner, the screen has just changed. Yeah,
Okay.
we did the burial and cremation, which was the first one under number 5.
Online
And this
surplus
is the
auction.
second.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
You were doing great, Chantel.
No problem. Just want to make sure I got them all. And then property room. Finally, the public group, doing business as public surplus. And then that concludes the bid opening for online auction.
Move they be tabulated and returned.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We have a bid award, CW2504, excuse me, for 1 wholesale prescription drugs. We received 2 proposals from Mark Cuban Cost Plus Drug Company and Vet Global LLC. Upon tabulation of the bids, we also compared the state contract pricing, which is what we have been using for the past several years. And after a pretty intense comparison of pricing, Mark Cuban Cost Plus Drug Company has significant savings compared to the other options that the county commissioners have. It is my recommendation to proceed with Mark Cuban Cost Plus Drug Company. And just so you know, this is for a 3-month term initially. They can renew if they can hold their prices for longer than that, but not to exceed a 12-month term. So a contract can only last for 12 months, and then we'll go out to bid if there's ever a time that the vendor cannot hold pricing after that, and that was all outlined in the bid solicitation. And so that's my recommendation.
Make a motion that we accept the recommendation of the purchasing agent.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And this last item is P2537301 for 5th floor court clerk renovation. We received 3 bids from CBR Commercial Contracting, Cadell and Company, and Jim Cooley Construction. This was evaluated by Engineering Facilities, our White and Associates owners rep team, and we are recommending award to the second low to Cadell and Company in the amount of $3,058,731. The reason for a second low is the first low bid was considered non-responsive. They were not, they did not include a bid bond, so we were not able to consider the bid. The difference between the two is very minimal. It was around $50,000.
Okay. Make a motion that we accept the recommendation of the purchasing agent.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Chantel. Any individual consideration on the consent docket?
Motion to approve consent.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
District 1.
I would move to strike this item.
Please. Are you having the same problems we're having?
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then you're going to speak to the county clerk agenda meetings.
Yes, Commissioners. Item 22 is our proposed meeting schedule for next year. There was one item that would need to be corrected, and that was June the 18th was listed as a Tuesday. June the 18th on this list is actually a Wednesday. So that one item needs to be corrected. And then I would like to propose that we make a couple of other changes. And that would be similar to what we're doing this year. November the 26th, Wednesday, would be a meeting just prior to Thanksgiving. We're not meeting prior to this Thanksgiving, so I would move that we would make that meeting Tuesday, November the 25th. And similar, we have a meeting according to the proposed schedule on Christmas Eve. I would like to consider making that meeting on Tuesday, December the 23rd, as well as a meeting according to the schedule on December 31st, and like to make that meeting Tuesday the 30th. So I'm proposing those 4 changes to this schedule as presented.
You don't want to just skip those weeks, the holidays, like we're doing next week?
I would leave that to the board.
I mean, I think if your kids are out of school and you're on vacation that week, you're on vacation that week.
I'm
Tuesday versus Wednesday is not.
I'm certainly
either way.
willing to do that. I give our employees more time with their families. We may need to consider at least one meeting following our December 17th meeting. That would leave us 2 full weeks without a meeting. So if we want to not meet the 24th and the 31st, figure out a time in there to have.
Yeah,
one
I'm
meeting.
amenable on that New Year's Eve, but that's less of an issue as the
Okay.
Christmas week and the Thanksgiving weeks. I think we
So
can
then-
just skip them.
We would change the June 18th, where it says Tuesday, to June 18th, Wednesday. We would delete the meeting of November 26th, 2025, and delete the meeting of December 24th, 2025. And then, Commissioner, are you willing to move the December 31 meeting to Tuesday the 30th?
That's fine.
That sounds
Okay,
good.
that would be my motion.
Second.
Thank you both.
Thank you for catching that. Any other discussion? He's had a motion. Is there a second?
Second. Let's see.
Are you back in?
No, yeah. There we go.
They, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. This is a contract for litigation for a consulting contract.
Commissioner Aaron says that this item is actually on for executive session, so if we could come back and catch this one.
Perfect. Stacy?
Item 24 is on our Luther Road corridor project near the bridges over the Canadian River. We're continuing to buy right-of-way out here. This is a right-of-way claim that we'll sign and pass on to ODOT because the money to pay for this is held at the funds at ODOT. Project was kind of got a setback the last couple of weeks. The railroad in the 11th hour wants to redesign. There's not much you can do about it. The railroad's answer to no one, so we're probably going to push us back from meeting our 2025 letting date, which is unfortunate because those decks are in bad shape. But we continue to try to deliver this as the best we can.
All right.
It's a $7,000 claim for appraisals.
Is there a motion?
It's in your district. You want to do it?
I'll move it.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The next item is a change order on the 5th floor. We've cleared all the asbestos off the beams in the deck. We found a little bit more on the duct runs. So this is a change order to get it off those duct runs. It's not affecting the schedule at all, as you just awarded the contract to the general contractor. By the time I get him under contract and started, they should have this cleanup change order completed.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Karen?
Good morning. We're here to recognize our November Employee of the Month, Stacy.
Scott's actually been in front of you before. He continues to be a great performer for our department, for this organization, doing a great job. In addition to his normal duties that he does very well, he's recently done some complex assignments concerning the county's lawsuits. Specifically, one of them is on the new detention center. He's doing court exhibits for the DA. They're very happy with his work, so that's a little bit above and beyond. So we wanted to recognize him for that and his continued work and positivity for our department. Congratulations, Scott.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Scott. You make Scott March the November Employee of the Month.
Picture.
Can we wait and do it when we get ready to go to executive session?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 I believe we can strike item 27.
Okay.
That's my motion.
We need a motion for that. Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Jessica?
Good morning. 28 and 29 are closeouts of ARPA projects. 10106 for social services, homeless services trailer, and then the other one is for the navigator since we no longer have the social services department.
Joe? Go ahead.
What?
It's your trailer.
It's not the trailer I wanted.
So regarding the trailer, we are working towards finding a ARPA subrecipient to be able to continue to provide homeless laundry services, as well as, and then closing out the homeless navigator.
Motion to approve 28 and 29.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Now 30 through 32 is Joe's items.
Joe's. Yep. Item 30, Commissioners, is to utilize the remainder of the District 1 allocation of ARPA community-related funds for the continuation of indigent pharmacy services, picking back up November 2024. So this month through December 31st of 2025. As you know, Senate Bill 1931 was passed. I think there was a little bit of confusion as to what the effect of that bill. I think some of the explanation for it was that it was cleanup language, when in fact it really decimated the county's ability to provide social services. So There had been some changes in Medicare, Medicaid, where the county, the number of drugs that we were providing previously had dropped quite a bit. However, after visiting with our pharmacist, she pointed out that the drugs that we were providing, continuing to provide, we were the pharmacy of last resort. And so this will allow us to continue to be that pharmacy of last resort until either the legislature can address the ability of counties to perhaps have discretionary ability to do this, or those clients of ours can find other providers. So that's item 30. Item 30, let me see. So I'll just go ahead and move that one and then move on to the others.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. All right. Item 31 is to increase our previous subrecipient agreement with the Health Alliance for the Uninsured. As you know, they operate several clinics. I believe it's 10. Those clinics have used our pharmacy to purchase bulk drugs to be able to be distributed at their clinics. Senate Bill 1931 impacted that ability as well. So what we're proposing here is to use the local assistance tribal funds in the amount of $70,000 to provide HAU 2 years worth of buying power through our pharmacy. So they would pay for the drugs. The money would come back into our benefits department. And in speaking with Janine at HAU, the return there is a 7-to-1. So that is what this program would do. So I would move that item.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you. Item 32 is the companion item to number 30. It is using the remainder of the 100,000 tribal contingency funds to provide the final year, so January 21, 26 through December 31, 26, of our indigent pharmacy directly to the consumer. So that this money paired with the money from District 1 would continue that service through the December 31, 2026 deadlines. So I will move the item.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And this treasure item is the one that was on claims, right? So we can strike that. Oh, should have been in claims. Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner comments, District 1.
Just that I thank you both and your staffs for their consideration on those ARPA-related projects that we just approved. I think you saw from the press coverage that there was quite a bit of surprise that 1931 gutted our ability. So this will be a valuable service as we're trying to figure out how to move forward. So thank you both for your support.
I'd just like to applaud you for finding a way to pay for them other than people's property tax. So good job.
And I failed to get the item on for our annual coat drive effort, but I've started that process and I'll have it on for that December meeting. But if anybody wants a location for a receptacle box to be placed, let me know. And I appreciate your help. Any new business? Is there a motion to recess into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then take a picture with Scott.
Yeah. All right, is there a motion to return to regular session?
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'm sorry, I thought you hit your button. Okay. All right, item 38.
Make a motion that on item 38 and item 39, that we disclaim subject to any unpaid property taxes.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 40.
Item, go ahead.
Start over again. Item 40, based upon the advice of counsel, I would move that we accept the settlement offer in the amount of $250,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Right. With regard to item 41, I would move that this board appoint Miranda Fryer as the permanent financial administrative assistant for the Board of County Commissioners at an annual salary of $71,752.08.
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 Just wanted to make you nervous.
Any citizens who wish to speak?
Oh, yes.
Do we
Item
decide
20,
to go
was it
ahead
item
and
20?
approve of that? Do we need to after
Yes.
doing this?
She asked us to go ahead
Okay.
and do it just in case.
All right,
23. Motion to approve item 23.
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now, any citizens to speak? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 I love the look.
Is everybody in?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll call the PBA together. All three trustees are present. It was properly posted on November 19th. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of November 13th?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Is there a motion to approve the claims?
Motion to approve claims.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now we have a bid.
This is recommendation for P25-42501. This is design build for a roof replacement at the 23rd Street building. We received 3 proposals from Central Weatherproofing, Super Roofs, and Northline Development. We had a couple of pre-bids. Keys and I reviewed these bids along with other purchasing staff and are recommending award to the most qualified design builds team, Super Roofs, for this job.
Motion that we receive the recommendation of the purchasing agent.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Item 4, I'd like to make a motion that we mirror the BOCC alignment.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Parking spaces.
Item 5, I'll make a motion that we approve the parking spaces.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Item 6, I noted that Bill White was wearing a tie today, and I thought he was maybe here for this agenda item. It has to do with transferring funding from PBA reserve into account 42's M&O, whatever that account number is, in the amount of $116,000 to cover his costs for the exterior work on the ICB. The interior work was covered by ARPA. The exterior work being funded from a different source was not funded, and so he's been asked.
Which will be reimbursed by TIP, if I recall correctly.
We've already, well, you're right. I don't know to what degree, but
Right.
Stacy would be able to answer that one. That's a TIF reimbursement project, yes.
Yes. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 7 is to fully fund using additional funds from bond proceeds in the amount of $200,000, GH2's contract to build courtrooms out at JJC. If you recall, they had given us an initial sum. I had asked them if they would give us some kind of an estimate for today's numbers. They came back and shocked us all with what we would expect, and their fees were adjusted accordingly. Keep in mind that what we do out there triggers how many people come into the building. It triggers HVAC repair and redesign work, fire suppression, fire notification, those kinds of things that will have to be considered. This addition takes that into consideration and funds that.
Perfect. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, sir. Any citizens to speak before the PBA? Board comments or new business?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.